We're gonna get some cheese pizza. Good afternoon, everybody. Good morning to some of y'all. Good evening. It's BucosLocker. Hot off the press. Let me warm up and let me see what everybody got going on. Come on in this chat room and see what's happening. Black History Month. What's happening? I'm out with my daughter right now. We about to pull off and go to a couple stores and grab a couple things, but feel like I wanted to drop a little video as I'm out and about before I start doing my little shopping. I got my little twin with me. You want to say hey, Malia? You want to say hey? They don't see you. Hey. Before I pull off, I'm going to put her in the seat. I know. Go back and sit over there. I haven't pulled off yet, folks. But, all right. Got to put her in a, she's 6 years old, so she's not in the regular car seat anymore. She's in the upgraded car seat, the one, the one that just sit down and you just put the seatbelt on, that one. But, so how's everybody doing? Let me give some shout outs in here. Ronnie, I see you. Blaine, Fabo, Regular, all my bandits out there. I see what y'all doing. CJ Warrior, Maverick Angel, DSG, Carlos, Damian Jones, CJ, yes, CJ, thanks, appreciate it, man. King Cook, what up, man? I told y'all, man. Look, man. Do you smell? Can't knock the hustle. Neither can you. Bars. What up, Dave? So, Odell Beckham Jr. get traded to the Bucs. That's your name? Okay. How's everybody? How everybody feeling? JR, man. I know LFG. Super Bowl hangover, man. It's been about a week, right? It's been a week. The Super Bowl. We got the Super Bowl last Sunday. Everybody excited. It's been a whole week. The parade and the drinking and the tailgating and all of that was great. But BucosLocker, we can't go back to the past now. We can't go back to the past. We can't go back. Congratulations to the whole Bucs organization. The whole Bucs organization for winning the Super Bowl. Everybody contributed, even the fan base. Even if you don't like me, if you don't like this channel, shouts out to you for supporting the team. We don't always have to agree, agree to disagree. No disrespect. I don't expect everybody to like this channel. I don't expect everybody to like me or to love me. It's all love. Don't take it personal. And I want to put that out there for the 2021 season. Do not take none of this personal. It's football talk. If you don't like what I'm saying, or if you like what I'm saying, if I respond to you, don't get mad. We won the Super Bowl, so any little beef you had with anybody in the fan base or any other issues you had in the fan base, let that go. We champs now. The fan base can celebrate and have fun with it. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna get back to work. But I kind of want to touch bases. As far as getting back to work. But I'm not gonna go too until I kind of want to talk about this before I drive off. But coming off a Super Bowl victory, 31-9 against the Kansas City Chiefs. Now the Kansas City Chiefs questioning themselves. We beat them so bad. They don't know what to do. They don't know if they've been figured out. They got to go back and recalibrate. That's how bad we beat the Kansas City Chiefs. All the fan bases, outside of Tampa, making excuses for the Chiefs, or the Chiefs had starting O-linemen missing, which is true. They had 3 starting O-linemen missing, 2 tackles, and a guard that opted out. Well, actually 4. 2 that was hurt, Schwartz and Fisher, and then the doctor dude, and then another one hurt. So they did a lot of shit. And I'm not giving, no knock on Kansas City. That's a good team. They're going to be back. They're going to be in the playoffs for a long time. So I know it's all fun and games. We making fun of Kansas City and the Deuces and all that, and Patrick Mahomes. But that's a formidable foe. You know what I'm saying? But I have to give a lot of credit to the Bucs as a team because they came in, did what they had to, they did what they had to do. And so I don't want to hear all these excuses. Every team had injuries, and sometimes injuries come at a bad time. It's just what it is. But the Bucs did exactly what they needed to do to take advantage of the injuries. You know, Shaq Barrett said it, Lavonte did it, David said it. When they had injuries in the O-line, they were licking their chops. And the Bucs clearly took advantage of that and dominated the trenches on both sides of the football. And I told people at the beginning of the year, it's about the trenches. It's not about the skill players. The skill players are there for the Bucs. But when you can't block, no matter how much skill you have, if you cannot block consistently, if you cannot rush the passer consistently, you will not get to the playoffs, or you will be a one and done, or you will lose it. And the Bucs caught on fire towards the end of the season on both sides, O-line and D-line. Donovan Smith, Ali Marpet, Ryan Jensen, Alex Kappa until he got hurt, Aaron Stinney, and our outstanding Pro Bowl All-Pro rookie, a super upgrade at that position, going from Dotson to Tristian Wrifs. And then, on the other side of the ball, Shaq had a lot of pressures, and JP, Nacho, and Steve McClendon, and Dominican Sue, and Vita, when he got back. So all that came together, linebackers out, and free-flowing linebackers. So all this stuff lined up. But the key was the engine, the actual engine, the block, the engine block, 350 to 305, the 330, the 383 stroker, the 405, the 454, the big block, the engine that makes the car go. The O-line and D-line dominated in the playoffs for the most part, you know what I'm saying? Especially in Super Bowl. So, we can give all the credit to Tom Brady and Gronkowski and Leonard Fournette and Antonio Brown. That's all fine and dandy. I can respect that. I understand that. All guys that came from other teams that came to the Bucs all scored, which is interesting. Somebody brought that up to my attention. There's another email that I want to get into in another video that a bandit to me about some statistics and stuff like that, and how dominant the Bucs was in the playoffs. But very interesting. Somebody brought it to my attention that everybody that scored and everybody that heavily contributed to the victory was not a part of the Bucs. And I had to go back and look. And I did this on last week, and that's true. Brady, Gronkowski, AB, Tristian, Antoine Winfield Jr. The big contributors were not a part of the Bucs, really. You know what I'm saying? Leonard Fournette. And that was interesting. That who would have thought that the Bucs would win the Super Bowl when Mike Evans and Chris Godwin are not factors? Did anybody ever expected that? So that shows you can throw the ball all around the yard, but when you have a complete team, you go in a lot of games. The pressure was not on nobody on the team. There was no pressure on anybody. The pressure was evenly spread out. There was not a lot of pressure on Brady to produce 350 yards, 4 touchdowns. There was not a lot of pressure from Leonard Fournette to produce 130 yards. Ronald Jones. There was not a lot of pressure on Mike Evans and Chris Godwin and Scotty Too Hotty. And Nick Wright stole my Scotty Too Hotty. He stole my Scotty Too Hotty. Somebody pointed it out to me. Scotty Too Hotty. That's his name. And Nick Wright on Fox took it. So that lets me know watching my videos talking some Scotty Too Hotty. Where you get that from, Nick Wright? From Fox Sports? Where you get that from, Nick Wright? You been watching my videos, Nick Wright? Shout out to Jay that pointed out to me something in video with Nick Wright talking about some Scotty Too Hotty. He's never said that. He's never talked about Scotty Miller. Now he's saying Scotty Too Hotty. But anyway. But who would have thought that we can win a Super Bowl without 2-star receivers? Not a factor. That is crazy. Crazy. Nobody thought that would happen. I didn't see that. When you go back and look at the stats, you be like, Mike Evans and Chris Godwin are non-factors. There was no balls forced to them. There were no interceptions because of them. It was like, I don't know if that was the game plan. Because Kansas City secondary was not that great. That's why it was mind-boggling when you get so caught up in the emotions of the game and you're excited and all that. And then when you go back and look at the stats, Because you look at the game, then you look at the stats, you be like, wait a minute, 31-9, you would think, without looking at the stats, Chris Godwin had a big game, Mike Evans had a big game, you know what I'm saying? And I look at the stats, I'm like, Mike Evans and Chris Godwin was not factors, and Kansas City secondary wasn't even all that. They said Rashad Breeland is not that good. Tre'Davious Ward is not like that. They're not built like that. You mean to tell me those two cornerbacks can hold Chris Godwin and Mike Evans? What part of the game is that? So it just threw me off that it shows me the maturation of the Bucs as a team, how they've grown in from the previous years into 2020. Beginning of the season started out kind of funny, right? First 12 games, 7-5, struggling, right? Too much forcing the ball, not sticking to the game plan. You wish. Would Brady be remembered as a Buc forever? Yeah, he's in. How can I say this? He will be remembered as a Buc, right? He's in the history of the Bucs organization, right? Now I'm not sure what are you preferring to, like he's a Buc forever. If that's the case, I would never look at him as a Buc. I wouldn't look at him as a Bucs forever. I mean, I'm gonna always view him as a Patriot. This is, like I told you before, this is a stop through. Like, is he in the Bucs history? Yes. Does he have all the records? No. You know what I'm saying? For him to get all the records, he will have to play a couple more years. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, but he's in Bucs history. I won't remember him as a Buc. I will remember him. He came to the Bucs and he got a Super Bowl. But as far as remember him as a Bucs, I'm gonna be like, okay, when I think of Tom Brady, I'm thinking of New England. Just like Jerry Rice when he went to the Raiders and Seahawks. You Jerry Rice as a Raider and Seahawk? Do you remember Emmitt Smith as a Cardinal? Do you remember Herschel Walker as a Minnesota Viking? Do you remember Joe Montana as a Kansas City Chief? I mean, you get where I'm going with this? Like, do you remember Michael Jordan as a Washington Wizard? Do you remember Shaq as a Cleveland Cavalier? You get where I'm going with this? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, at that level, like, he's a part of the history, but I will remember him as a Patriot. In 19, you can't cover up 19 years because of 1 year. You can't cover that up. You know, Peyton Manning with the Colts when he went to the Broncos. I'm gonna remember Peyton Manning as a Colt. You get what I'm saying? Derek Brooks, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of guys are entrenched in history because of the time they put in it with the team, with the organization. Year doesn't say, oh, well, that covers up the other 19 that he spent with the other team. You can't cover up 19 years 1 year. You can't do that. So he'll be in the Bucs record for history, but I wouldn't remember as a Buc. He's a part of Buc history. If it makes sense. If I'm gonna look at a Buc, I'm gonna look at Derek Brooks, Hardy Nickerson. You know what I'm saying? Guys that have been with the organization for years. Do you remember Adrian Peterson as a Lion or a Viking? You get what I'm saying? Do you remember Drew Brees as a Charger or a Saint? You know what I'm saying? So that you gotta put your ring, say you wish. I get what you. I think we talked about this before. I think you really want Brady to be a Buc, but he's a part of Bucs history. That's a difference. You know what I'm saying? Like Mike Evans, Bucs forever. Lavonte David is a Bucs forever. Those guys put the work in. They've been here. You know what I'm saying? 1 year doesn't say, oh, he's a Buc now. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get what I'm going with this. It's not like, this is no hate on Tom Brady. He's one of the greatest players of all time. But I'm giving you from an organization perspective. Organization. What did you put in for the organization year after year after year after year? There's been a lot of struggle. You get what I'm saying? Rondé Barber is a Buc. John Lynch is a Buc. You get what I'm saying? They put the work in. So you gotta make sense. When he retires, he's gonna retire as a Patriot, not a Buc. If that makes sense. But anyway, but shouts out to Tom Brady. Like I said, I'm always gonna give him a huge. Warren Sapp is a Buc. Paul Gruber is a Buc. That's not Brady. I can't remember, folks. I'm gonna always have the Bucs over individual players. I'm a Bucs fan. Yes, I like players across the league, but if I'm gonna consider a true Buccaneer, you got to put in the work. All those guys I named former Buc players, Chidi Yohana too. I'm gonna value them as Bucs, as true Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette will be remembered as a Buc. Dominic Sue, I'm as a Lion. Ndamukong Suh. Now, if Carlton Davis and Devin White and Jamel Dean, if they keep staying, they stay for a long time, and they got drafted by the Bucs too. That's another thing. Getting drafted by the Bucs means a lot because you become a part of the Buccaneer. Like, you got drafted. You didn't wait 10 years into your career or 15 years in career to come into the Bucs, and then we have success with the Bucs. He's a Buccaneer. You get what I'm saying? I named a lot of former Bucs players that put in the work. The Ring of Fame. Go look at the Ring of Fame. J.J. Watt, whatever team he goes to, he will be remembered as a Texan. You get what I'm saying? Like, you can't claim a guy because of 1 year. You have to claim it when he puts in the work. But anyway, so hopefully that answers your question you wish, because I know we talked about trying to link Brady to Bucs history like a Buccaneer, and doesn't work like that, because a lot of fans would agree with me, but they be like, nah, because look at the Buccaneer, it's been a lot of guys that's been in here for a while, and how would they feel like one guy come in for 1 year and all of a sudden he's a Buccaneer? He's like, he's a Patriot, so get that kind of figured out, you know what I'm saying? Like, kind of understand what you mean by that. Because, I mean, when you look at the Ring of Honor, look at those guys' backgrounds with the Bucs. They've been here more than a year, if that makes sense. Like, go look at every guy in the Ring of Honor and look at how many years they've been and what did they go through to be on the Bucs. That makes sense. So, yeah. So hopefully that kind of clears up what you've been trying to present to the Bandits and the Pirates. So yeah. But anyway, so back to the Bucs. It's been a great celebration, a great time to be a Buccaneer fan. Being a part of this organization, you know what I'm saying, winning the Super Bowl as a team, TEAM. No one man is responsible for a victory, and the wins or losses. I'm always gonna maintain that. And that's a fact. That's a fact. There is no way around it. You can't rebuttal. You can't refute. You can't justify the reason why we won the game or the reason why we got the Super Bowl because of one guy. If this was tennis, golf, boxing, sure, there's one guy. But when we playing a team sport, basketball, football, baseball, hockey, it's a team effort. That's how I'm gonna always present the Bucs. I'm never going to present the Bucs because of one guy. I know some of you might not like that. Some of you Patriots fans or some of you Brady fans might not like that. But that's okay. Welcome to BucosLocker, where I always put the team over individual players. I always understand why a team will do something and move on versus, well, it's because of that one. No, I'm always going to say the team win, the team lost. Now, you can break it down on why they lost and the individual reasons why, but as an overall collective effort, wins and losses is not an individual stat. I don't know why the media keep fooling y'all and keep making y'all believe that a player record is X, Y, and Z when the other 10 guys or the other 21 guys put the work out. You know what I'm saying? They bust their tails for 16 games, and then plus the playoff games, they bust their tails, and then one guy get all the credit. I don't know why y'all follow that narrative. You know what I'm saying? Like, it makes no sense. So when you listen to, that's why I spent the whole week and I did not even listen to the media talk about the Bucs, because I don't want to get suffocated and drained by the media narratives. One thing about this channel, I don't follow media narratives. That's what makes this channel unique. It might not be the biggest channel, and that's fine, but I don't coddle to media narratives. I don't come on here and spit the same thing they spit. I can easily do that and easily get 10,000 subs. I can easily come on here and say nothing bad about the Bucs. Everything is grits and gravy, shrimp and gravy. You get what I'm saying? But I don't come on here coddling. I didn't even look at Fox, Sports Illustrated, CBS, ESPN, Bleacher Report. I didn't look at none of those platforms about after the Bucs won the Super Bowl, because I didn't want to hear the same old rhetoric. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't follow the narrative. narratives. You know what I'm saying? So one thing about this channel you're gonna get out of this channel is you're gonna get the raw, uncut truth. I'm gonna come with facts, and of course I'm gonna have some opinion. I'm gonna have some opinions on my own. Agree to disagree, right? I'm gonna be subjective, and I'm also gonna be objective. But you gotta remember, you gotta relax with your feelings, because I will call you out if you get emotional about how I speak. But I respect what you're saying. But I'm also call you out because don't mix emotions with football facts and reality. You know what I'm saying? Because you like a certain player, it's gotta be one way or the other. So I love how I talk because I don't follow the media. I really don't. I listen, I read what they say, but I formulate my own opinion. You know what I'm saying? And then they come with facts, I can come with facts. And a lot of the facts we get from the same sources. Numbers. You know what I'm saying? Numbers don't lie. Men lie, women lie, but numbers don't. Just as easy as they can state facts, I can state facts too. The same sources they can go to, I can go to and get my facts. I can formulate an opinion. You know what I'm saying? So, but back to the positive note. The Bucs are riding high right now. Super Bowl hangover. I don't care how you feel, man. The thing the Bucs got to start looking towards is coming off this hangover. The Bucs had they had their boat parade. I don't know how many of you guys went to the boat parade. I didn't get a chance to go. I left on Tuesday, the day before the boat parade. What's next for the Bucs after this hangover? And I seen Tom Brady and everybody throwing the Super Bowl trophy, and Scotty too hot. He dropped Chris Godwin phone in the water, and he cleared that up. And everybody, Lavonte talking to the mic, JPP, Jason Light was on the mic, Bruce Arians on the mic. Everybody had a lot of fun. You know what I'm saying? A lot of fun. I had a lot of fun with it too. I had a great time down in Tampa that weekend. I didn't catch up with a couple of you guys. So what's next for the Bucs? As I wrap this up, what's next for the Bucs? I'm gonna touch on it a little bit. Now there's rumors coming out on all kind of players. Now I read what the Bucs Facebook group say and social media say. Guys, stop being a fantasy football GM. Everything can't go your way because the way you wanted to go. All the stuff I've heard the Bucs fans say with the guys being released from other teams and guys that can be resigned and taking pay cuts and this and that and all this and that. This is not fantasy football GM. Stop it. Get to reality. Question some of you guys' business mindset, because as a player, none of us are players, right? You just come off a Super Bowl. Your value is high. We're talking about the unrestricted free agents for the Bucs. Your value is at the all-time high. NFL stands for not for long. You got to get your money. You can't get mad at any Bucs player to do that. You mean to tell me they're going to ignore all these other teams that's going to offer them a contract to take a $4 or $5 million pay cut? Especially when guys got one good contract left in their career. All right, Malcolm, peace out, man. Come on, man. They deserve to get paid. Do not hate these guys if they go get paid. Do not hate no Buck player if he decides to leave or he doesn't get resigned. And do not get mad when a player doesn't come to the Bucs. I've heard this consistently for the last couple weeks. Resign everybody, sign J.J. Watt, get Odell Beckham Jr., get Adrian Peterson. What? Go get Patrick Peterson, and we can keep everybody. It don't work like that. Stop with the fantasy football stuff. Stop it. Get to reality. This is what I'm talking about. The hangover. Talking to some of the Bucs fans, because reality will set. Reality will hit you. You better get a reality check. You better lower your expectations. Have you seen the history of teams when they win or they're really successful, or they win Super Bowls, they win playoff games, they win trophies, they win MVP? What happens the next season? And they're a free agent too? Oh, the Bucs gonna sign everybody. Everybody that links to the Bucs, they gonna sign them, and they gonna re-sign everybody unrestricted. Lavonte David, Chris Godwin, Shaq Barrett. And they gonna pay Donovan Smith $14.5 million. Ryan Jensen $10.10 million. And they gonna keep AB, and they gonna keep Fournette, and they gonna keep Sue, and they gonna extend Lavonte David. And they're going to sign Chris Godwin. And they're going to sign Jack. And Odell Beckham Jr. And Adrian Peterson. Come on, Bucs fans. Wake up. Come, get off your hangover. Drink some water. Stop with the ridiculousness. What's that show? Ridiculousness? Stop with the ridiculous stuff. Come on, I'm reading this stuff from Bucs fans like, you got to be kidding me. Stop. You gotta be kidding me if you think the Bucs gonna sign everybody. It don't work like that. Somebody gotta go. Oh, everybody gonna take $5 million just to win this? No! Wake up! Wake up, Bucs fans! Stop it! Everybody get $5 million, take a $10 million pay cut so everybody can play again. Stop! Get off the hangover. You've been drinking too much. Are you okay? Are you okay, Bucs fans? I find it hilarious. Why do you think I haven't said anything about none of the free agents yet? Or the restricted free agents? Or resign rate, restructure rate, and pick up OJ Howard's 50-year contract. Wait a minute, folks. Extend Alex Kappa. Do all this. Yeah, I know we only got $20 million over the salary cap, but under the salary cap, but we can do all this and be just fine. Calm down, Bucs fans. Drink some water. Wake up, Bucs fans. Get out of fantasy land. We're gonna lose some people, and we're gonna get some people. But everybody that you say, everybody that you think is gonna come here, or we're gonna keep, it's not going to happen. Bruce Arians, grab the mic. You ain't going nowhere. You ain't going nowhere. They was drinking out there. But when they sit down and look at the numbers, they're going to be like, how much you want? Godwin want $18 million. Oh, we're going to give out Godwin $18 million. Shaq want $18 million. We got to give Shaq $18 million. Extend Lavonte David for 2 more years for $11 million a year. Yeah, 3 players. That's money gone. I just gave y'all 3 players. Contracts. Gone. Money. Under the cap. Gone. Now we over the cap. If the guys want a long-term contract, it's been nice. It's been lovely. Football, every teams change. Every year, there's something different happening. Every year, your roster will look different if you haven't drafted cool. If you haven't drafted well. When you have high-value free agents, they're going to attract suitors. Chris Godwin, Shaq Barrett, Leonard Fournette, Antonio Brown. Everybody coming back. Stop with the delusional talk. Well, Chris Godwin can take a pay cut because, you know you sound. You know how so go tell their agent that. Go tell their agent, hey man, Chris Godwin should take a pay cut to stay with the Bucs, you know what I'm saying? Agent gonna look at you like, who are you? I don't know you. Shaq Barrett should take a pay cut, man. You know what I'm saying? You feel like that. You're not their agent. You're not in the business room with them. You're not signing that contract. You're not looking at the details and the formalities of the contract or what the Bucs gonna offer. And if the Indianapolis Colts say, hey Shaq Barrett or Chris Godwin, we'll give you $19 million. Chris Godwin, don't take $19 million, Chris. Take 14 and stay with the Bucs. You know how crazy you sound? Exactly, and the salary cap drop. You know how crazy you sound, Bucs fans? Come on, some of you gotta wake up. And I'm being funny with it because I gotta be funny with it because it's very delusional. Want a man to take a $5 million pay cut because you want to keep the team together because of you. That's not how business contracts work. You only get so many contracts in the NFL. If you play your cards right, you can get 2 contracts. 2. If you play your cards right. Because your prime years is in football is 25 to 30, maybe 31, depending on what position you get. You really only get one big contract, and you got to take advantage of that. But oh, hey, I'm gonna take a pay cut because I'm gonna take a $5-6 million pay cut because I want to keep everybody together. I'm a team player, and that's all great. My Evans taking pay cuts, restructuring. That's not pay cut, folks. It's a restructure. It's kicking the can down the road. Ever heard of that saying? Kick the can down the road. The Saints did that. The Saints kept kicking the can down the road until this offseason. Look at their salary cap situation. Do you want to be in salary cap hell? And Jason Light has done a good job with the salary cap. But guess what? We got guys that's going to come up with Jamel Dean, Carlton Davis, Sean Murphy-Bunting coming up down the road in the next few years. Vita, we got guys that got contracts come. We can't give everybody big contracts, and everybody's not going to take pay cuts. That's how the game works. Kick the can down the road. Kick the can down. That's fine, but you're going to end up in salary cap hell. You got to build the team. You got to keep the team together. This ain't got nothing to do with personal favorites of a team player, or this ain't about, this is about just NFL in general. See, a lot of y'all don't understand the business aspect of the NFL. You're so caught up in the player aspect of it, but when you look at the business side of it, and look, a lot of us, I'm talking to the Bucs fans. I'm not talking to the bandwagon fans. I'm not talking to the fans that's just joined this year. I'm talking to the Bucs fans that have been Bucs fans since the beginning. You understand what I'm saying. You understand the pain that we had to go through to get to this point. Multiple quarterbacks, multiple coaches. I'm not talking about the bandwagoners, the DRs. I'm not talking to the DRs. The fans that just came here and all of a sudden, boom, they Bucs fans. They're not really Bucs fans. They're Gronkowski fan, or they're a Brady fan, or they're an AB fan, or they're a Leonard Fournette fan. They're not a Buck fan. If you give them a Buck test, they'll fail every time. Like, give me some history on the Bucs. They have to go to Google real quick and be like, oh, okay, yeah, no, you're not a Buck fan. I'm talking to the Bucs fans. You understand what I am. And all of us are not used to this. We only had a couple successful seasons. 2002, then we had a 10-6 season with Raheem Morris. Then we had a 9-7 season with Dork Cutter, yes, D-O-R-K, and then we had this season. So in the last from 1999 to 2020, we've only had 4 good seasons. So 16 years of under 500, poor free agent signings, bad drafts. Out of 20 years, the last 20 years, we've only had 4 successful seasons. It's over 500. So a lot of us are not used to this. Not used to this. Not used to we getting all the attention, we getting all the success. It's not about the success right now. It's about sustaining success. This is what separates the great organizations from bad organizations. The Steelers, the Ravens, the Seahawks, the Packers. Even the Saints had a lot of success. It takes time to build sustained success. And the Bucs fans are not used to that because this organization has been so inconsistent for the last 20 years. I'm not even talking about before 1999. I'm talking about from 1999 to that's from 2000 to 2021. 4 years of success. That's winning seasons or winning the Super Bowl. And let me make this clear. When I mean success, I mean over 500, 9-7 and better. Success in the playoffs, and even Super Bowls, playoff wins and Super Bowl. The Bucs only had 4 of those. 2000, this previous year, 4 seasons of success. We're not used to this, so I understand why we have so many crazy to losing players. We used to just having bad drafts, bad free agent signings. We got a chance to build on the success. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking ahead. I'm looking at the foundations of what has transpired in the last couple of years and has led to this success as a team. But you get some guys to come in, you lose some guys. That's my whole point. You can't look at it just from a fandom standpoint, a fanatic standpoint. Look at it from the business aspect of it. The Patriots are an organization that sustained success for a long time, making the right free agent signings, getting rid of guys before they hit rock bottom. A year before, they always a year early. They took a step back this season, but I'm expecting them to come back at some point. But you got to build this stuff. They got Patriots got 66 or 70 million dollars of salary cap space because they made the right decisions. Yeah, they had a bad year, and people couldn't wait for the Patriots to have a bad year. They had one bad year in dang near 15, 20 years, and people knocking them off like, the Patriots went not 79 with that roster. With that quarterback situation, they still went 79. And now they got all this money to spend on free agents. You don't think they're finna get some guys to come on to New England? You don't think they're finna get a quarterback? You don't think they're finna get a couple receivers? You don't think they're finna offer Chris Godwin $18 million? Wake up, folks. When you have a good roster, it is hard to keep everybody. Look at the Rams. Look at the Ravens. They can't keep everybody. They gotta get rid of people. You can't sign everybody. Seahawks, they couldn't keep everybody. The Saints, it finally caught up to them. They kept kicking the can down the road. Look at the Saints. And salary cap hell. Drew Brees had to basically got to retire. They just recently they had Nick Eason, $6 million salary cap savings, and that's just the beginning. You don't want the Bucs to be in that situation, signing all these players and kicking the can down the road. The Bucs got to make smart decisions. This is why it's called Super Bowl hangover. Super Bowl hangover. Because if it was me, I'm cashing out. I'm gonna get my coins. If a team offered me $18 million, I'm a Super Bowl champion. I'm not gonna take $14 million. I'm not gonna leave $4 million on the table. That's $4 million I can't get back. And with Chris Godwin age, he gotta take the money now. Shaq Barrett, he wanna break the bank. When you win the Super Bowl, your value goes up. Whether y'all want to believe it or not, your value, especially not only you win the Super Bowl on the team, you are a good player. Now, as far as what the Bucs can lose a combination of a lot of players, right? But they can also gain. It's not gonna be bad as you think it is, folks. We might lose some players, but we're gonna gain some too. So it's not gonna be all bad for the Bucs. We're gonna lose some guys that you guys gonna be like, oh, why did he should have re-signed with the Bucs? He just left the Bucs. Screw him. Don't do that. Do not. If anybody leaves the Bucs because of money, do not talk crap about them. Don't do that. That's disrespectful. You gotta understand why they did it. Exactly. You lose some, you gain some. That's how it works. We might get a couple free agents to come to the Bucs, and we're gonna lose a couple. It's okay. As long as we keep winning, as long as that core is still there, as long as we can, make sure that salary cap is massaged. But there will be teams pursuing Chris Godwin. There will be teams that's pursuing Shaq Barrett. There might be a couple trades the Bucs might have to make. Because I don't want the Bucs to end up like the Saints. Salary cap hell. They say, oh, we got a Saint. Hey, shouts out to Corey Jackson. I've been watching you here. You a Saints fan. Throwing some shout out to Mickey Loomis and Jeffrey. I don't care. Look, I don't want the Bucs to be the Saints as far as the salary cap. And we've done a great job with the salary. Well, Jason Light and his cap team has done a great job of making the cap and massaging the cap. People don't even realize that Dr. Ryan Jansen has no guaranteed money left. Nobody's talking about that. Nobody's talking about Donovan Smith and Jansen. No guaranteed money left. You gonna bring them back at $14 million and $10 million? Nobody's talking about that. That's the O-line, folks. Super Bowl hangover, folks. Drink a lot of water. Start drinking your water, folks, because now it's time to get down to reality. We had our high, we've had our fun, we had our wings, our beers, our Coronas and Heinekens and liquor, and we had our partying and nacho, all that stuff. It's time to sober up, Bucs fans. Sober up. I know it stings. The celebrations can only last for so long because then it becomes an afterthought. And as BucosLocker, I understand that. When you win the championship, you are at all-time high. But after a week or two, okay, that's the NFL moves on because right around the corner you got free agency, you got the draft, you got deadlines to meet, franchise tag deadlines, unrestricted free agents. You got to start scouting for the draft. That's how fast the offseason moves on. OTAs, training camp. Yeah, the Bucs won the Super Bowl last year, but guess what? We can't go back to that. We ain't got the DeLorean. We can't go back at the time machine and stay with the Super Bowl. That's a 2-week window of celebration and having a good time. Reality sets in this week. Come on, Bucs fans. Let's get together. Let's get our water. Let's get back to our senses. We just won a Super Bowl as a team and as a fan base. We feeling good, but let's get back to reality. I know it stings a little bit, but the NFL moves on. They do. They got to start scouting, draft, free agency, OTAs, training camp, franchise tag deadline. All this stuff is about to happen, folks, and we just won a Super Bowl last week. You see the news right now? Drew Brees about to retire. J.J. Watt just got released. Odell Beckham rumors. Deshaun Watson, they talking about that stuff now. Adrian Peterson trying to make a move. That's how NFL moves, folks. You can't, I know for Bucs fans, we won Super Bowl. We got business to take care of, folks. Let's get to the business. We won a Super Bowl. Last year we won a Super Bowl. Guess what people gonna say? We don't care about last year. We care about this year. That's what they're gonna tell us. I guarantee you other fan bases are hoping the Bucs mess up. They're hoping the Bucs lose Chris Godwin. They're hoping the Bucs lose Shaq Barrett, and amongst other players. So they can be like, Super Bowl hangover. Now you gotta lose a lot of players. They're hoping that we lose. Because I'm telling you, folks, right now, the minute we lose, every game next year, any game we lose, if we don't go 16-0, every game we lose, they're gonna be on our ass. They're gonna be on our ASSs. They're gonna be on us so hard. They're gonna hate on us hard. The minute we lose a game, they're going to work us. They're gonna laugh at us, they're gonna make all these memes. This is what happens when you have success. Now there comes haters. You thought you had haters now? Go in those other NFL groups. Those big NFL groups, or NFL South, NFC South groups, or NFC or FC groups, or NFL groups, and state yourself and state yourself as a Bucs fan. You're gonna get a lot of hate. Unless we go undefeated, folks, every game we lose, they're gonna laugh at us hard. And don't let us lose bad. They're gonna be on us. So unless we go undefeated, folks, I need y'all to get y'all mentals together. Hangover. Drink some water. Please drink some water. To get back to reality. We had fun these last week. Get back to reality because there's going to be a lot of moving parts this season. This is going to be an unusual offseason. Because last season was unusual. The COVID with the pandemic and all that stuff like that. Okay. And then with all this movement going on, folks, stuff about to move on, man. If you had a DeLorean and type in February 9th, 2021, and you can go back in time and relive that moment, go right ahead. I'm moving forward. Because Bucs fans, they don't want to hear no excuses when it comes to us. No excuses. I'm cool. Look, we won Super Bowl. I said Super Bowl but so my expectations is we good. I'm not finna Super Bowl, but that's the conversation. But I'm not going to be hard on the Bucs like that because of the talent. But I'm not going to be disappointed if things don't go right our way, if that makes sense. My expectations is not going to be the same. I want us to win, don't get me wrong. I want us to get to the Super Bowl now, but I'm not going to be hard. So like, it's gotta be, I'm going to be cool. I'm going to be more cool this year. So I'm going to be more relaxed. Nowhere every year and starts playing good. Every year. Who would have thought the Browns would have been playing good? Who would have thought that? Who would have thought the Browns was going to be a playoff team and beat the Steelers? Nobody thought that. So every year it gets harder, folks. And I understand that. So, the expectations is to win, but I'm putting it out there right now. This is why it's called, long term. Think big picture. I'm over my Super Bowl hangover. I'm back to normal. I'm back to BucosLocker. We still got to win our division. That ain't gonna change. We still got to win our division. Still got to win the division. That ain't gonna never change. Our arch enemy is the New Orleans Aints, and they got a lot of stuff going on over there. I keep telling y'all this. I live in New Orleans, so they got a lot. Yes, he got his name back. Donovan Smith. He has his name back. His name is Donovan Smith, folks. Not number 76. But so I'm more in tune of what's going on. I live ain't no mind my business. I live in New Orleans, so I know what's going on. A lot of people say, he always, because I live here. I hear it all the time on the radio. I know what the Saints doing. So Bucs fans, if you want inside information about the Saints, ask me. I know. Trust me. I know. I know what the Saints doing. And they trying to catch the Bucs. They got some problems, folks. If you want to know something, ask the question. I'll tell you. I know what's going on. The Saints can't hide from me. I live here, so I know exactly what's going on. So the Bucs are in a great position to have success moving forward, as long as they keep that cap massaged correctly and not do what the Saints did. Because right now the Saints are complaining, they're crying, we need to get this, we need to do this, they crying like baby back. You know what I'm saying? Like baby back, they are crying about that salary cap. We got more work to do, folks. And we still owe the Saints. We still owe them. We still owe them a butt whooping. I'm talking about a clean butt whooping. I want the Bucs to beat the Saints like I want them to beat them like they stole something. I want the Bucs to beat the Saints like they beat us. If that makes sense. I want the Bucs to beat the Saints like they beat us. Give them a good old-fashioned butt whooping. Because they still talking noise about us. Cam Jordan think we just a joke. You don't sit that man. Cam Jordan think we a joke. Cam Jordan still don't believe in us winning the Super Bowl. He still think that they better than us. So we got to show them, folks, as a fan base and as an organization, we got to show them that we got the next 10 years. We got the next 10 years. We got the next 10 years of success in the NFC South. The NFC South is the Bucs. Now, technically, it's still the Saints division because they won the division last quite a bit. But if that makes sense, we got to take back the division. I mean, it's not like we never had it, but we got to take over the division. That's what the Bucs need to focus on. Focus on winning the division. Get your roster correctly. Well, the roster is corrected to win the division, but build on that. Build on the roster to compete against the Saints. I ain't speaking on that, Corey. I know y'all own the division for the last 4 years. I get it. But I want the Bucs to take over the division, and they are in a great position to take over the division. Beat the Saints. That's the first goal the Bucs should be doing. Don't worry about the Falcons or the Kitty Cats or the Carolina Kitty Cats or the Falcons. I wouldn't worry about them. They got quarterback issues. Carolina Panthers, I follow them too. Trust me, folks, I follow the NFC South very closely. The Carolina Kitty Cats, they want to get rid of Teddy Bridgewater. Remember, folks, I remember some of you Bucs fans talking about Teddy Bridgewater was good. If Teddy Bridgewater is so good, Bucs fans, and he was going to be the second choice. Why is the Carolina Panthers are one and done with Teddy Bridgewater? So I told y'all be listening to the wrong stuff. Oh, Teddy Bridgewater good. I heard Bucs fans say that continuously last offseason. Carolina Panthers have Teddy Bridgewater for 1 year trying to get rid of him. Why? You can't win with a game manager. Look at the Falcons. Look at their situation. Matt Ryan, Julio Jones. What are they going to do with them? Salary cap hell. 2 big salary cap hits. What are they going to do with Julio Jones and Matt Ryan? They're not going anywhere with them. This is why I be looking at Bucs fans when they say certain stuff. Teddy Bridgewater is not a starting quarterback, but Bucs fans believed in the rhetoric in the offseason about Teddy Bridgewater. Go ask a Carolina Panther fan what they think about Teddy Bridgewater. Can you imagine Teddy Bridgewater if he was playing the quarterback for the Bucs? Can you imagine Teddy Bridgewater as a Bucs quarterback? Could we get to the playoffs with Teddy Bridgewater? Could we win a Super Bowl with Teddy Bridgewater? Game manager? No. The Panthers are trying to get rid of him. They gave that man a 3-year, $63 million contract. In 1 year, they're trying to get rid of him. But let Bucs fans tell it, oh, Teddy Bridgewater would have been the second choice. Lies. The Falcons don't know what to do. They're not going anywhere with Matt Ryan. I'm putting y'all on NFC South game. Both of those teams are trying to figure it out. So our competition next year, whether you want to believe it or not, folks, even with the Saints salary cap hell, it's still the Saints. The Saints are still going to be a formidable opponent. Whether y'all want to agree with me or not, it's just the truth. You might not agree with me, but trust me, there's still going to be a problem. That's our only problem in the division. The Falcons and the Carolina Kitty Cats are not the problem. It's the dang Saints. They've won the division for the last 4 years. We got to take the division and go on a winning streak in the NFC South champions. As NFC South champions. That's what I want the Bucs to do. I don't want the Bucs to be going in as a wild card all the time. I want the Bucs to win the division. I want some divisional championships. We got a Super Bowl. We got a Super Bowl championship. I wanted the NFC South division champion. That's what I want the Bucs to do. Matter of fact, that's the goal. That's the goal for the Bucs next season. NFC South champions. Or bust. Yep. NFC South champions or bust. Speak it, believe it, and receive it. I want the Bucs to win the NFC South. We got a Super Bowl. We got a fresh, shiny, new Super Bowl, folks. That's right. We got a fresh Super Bowl. Fresh. I want the NFC South championships. That's what I want. I want the Bucs to win NFC South championships or bust. I predicted the Super Bowl. I'm going to predict the NFC South champions for the 2021 season. Watch my prediction go true. We're going to win the division, folks. We're going to win the division. We're going to run the South. Corey Jackson. We're going to take over the NFC South. It's ours now. NFC South champions. That is the number one goal for the Bucs. I want the Bucs to sweep the Saints. Remember, folks, every season is different. Every season is hard. It's even harder when you won the season before. So the odds came out and they got us, third as far as the odds going back. Now, this is before free agents and this is before draft and all that stuff like that. 49ers going to be healthy again. You get what I'm saying? Another year with Green Bay. You get what so it's not going to be as easy. I mean, the Bucs did go through the wild card. I mean, that's very rare to go on a wild card run like that. To go win 3 straight road games to get to the Super Bowl. That's not easy. Will we see that again? I don't know. Chances is a little small to none. So I get it. You know, we want to go back-to-back Super Bowls and all that. Look, y'all can have that. If that's y'all expectations, Super Bowl and all that, go ahead. I ain't mad at you. I do want the Bucs to be successful. But now it's personal for me because I want the Bucs to win the NFC South. For me, that's my goal. Now, of course, the goal is always to win the Super Bowl, right? Every year, Super Bowl the Bucs, right? But we good on that. We got that. But for me, my goal for the Bucs, this is for me. This is not for you. Because we got the target on our head. We got bigger 9. We got the bigger 9 against us. Bigger 9. Nah, you get the 4-5. Simplified. We got a target on our back of our head. On the back of our jerseys. But for something for me, as a fan of the Bucs, I want the Bucs to win the division. Yes, I want the Bucs to get to the Super Bowl. Yes, but you're not going to be hearing the constant Super Bowl of Bucs. And I look, you want to get to the Super Bowl. I get it. That's the end goal. Like Bruce Arians said, every year it's Super Bowl of Bucs. But mine was a little more emphasized. My Super Bowl of Bucs was more emphasized. More get to Super Bowl. I won't hear it. But as far as me for this season coming up, and I'm gonna tell y'all this all off season. Beat the Saints twice. Sweep them. Beat the brakes off of them. Beat them so bad where they can't even recover. And matter of fact, beat them so bad, knock them out the playoffs, and they can't get back their bearings. I don't care who the Saints quarterback is. Beat the brakes off of them. Because they cocky. They think they own us. They think they own the Bucs. Oh, well, we beat them twice in the regular season. Yeah, we beat y'all in the playoffs. Oh, well, okay. Yeah, y'all beat us in the playoffs, but look at the last 7 games against the Saints. What's the record? Okay, cool. Who won the NFC South the last couple years? Okay, cool. Well, we got 2 Super Bowls. How many Super Bowls you got, Saints fans? This is Pillow Talk with BucosLocker. How many Super Bowls you got, Saints? When the last time you won Super Bowl, Saints fans? What's your salary cap looking like? You gonna get some? Is Drew Brees retiring? Who's our quarterback next season? How many players are gonna lose? So, look, man, Bucs fans, I want y'all to get excited this season and kind of let this season free flow. Let this season free flow. We was hyped up last season. I was hyped up. You know my story. Super Bowl of Bucs the entire season, and my wish came true, and I got a chance to experience that in person. So I'm happy because of that. I've checking the box. I got my check in the box, folks. I got to experience a Super Bowl in my hometown. So anything else happen? Okay, that's icing on the cake. That's the cherry on the top. But I'm cool. I'm cool now, folks. BucosLocker gonna be a lot more. Be water. Be water. Okay? Be water. Now, if we get another one, oh boy, it's gonna be back to back. It's on and popping. Matter of fact, if we go to Super Bowl next year, I'm going to that game. I don't care where it's at. But right now, I'm cool. Be water. Because if we go back to back, oh, you ain't gonna never hear the last of me. But we got this one, so I'm cool. But my whole point is, you know, I want everybody to come together and be cool and stop all the arguing. You know, the hangover, get over your hangovers, all the fighting amongst each other. Super Bowl hangover, it's over, folks. We won, we celebrated, we had a great time. If you was in Tampa this past weekend or last weekend, I was there. I had a great time. I got memories, I got videos. I made videos on BucosLocker, and I took some pictures. So I had a great time. Everlasting memories. I will never forget that. I will never forget last weekend. That's it. That's entrenched in history of my life. That I got the chance to experience a Super Bowl. Not only a Super Bowl, but a Super Bowl in Tampa. How many fans can say that about their team? That they experienced a Super Bowl when their home team made it. You couldn't write that script any better. So, shouts out to all the bandits and all the Pirates and everybody in the Bucs family. We got a championship, folks. I need y'all to drink your water. I know y'all had a hangover. I need y'all to get back to reality, get back to your senses, because we got a lot of stuff to talk about. This offseason gonna have a lot of videos from BucosLocker, a lot of videos about players getting re-signed, losing players, gaining players, draft picks. It's going to be fun on this channel, even more fun. So stay tuned, folks. Every year, it's always a change to this channel, always. So stay tuned for that. Got some new things we're working on, me and Travis working on, so stay tuned for that, folks. It's gonna get more fun. But we about to get down to business. Alright? So shout out to everybody. Keep supporting the channel. With that being said, me and my daughter, we about to go shopping. Corvette. I want y'all to fire those cannons. Seize the day. Raise the flag. We risked it to get the biscuit. Hashtag Super Bowl champions. Hashtag Tampa Bay. Hashtag BucosLocker is happy. Hashtag what excuses? Hashtag ain't no excuses here. We good. With that being said, man, y'all take it easy. Y'all have a great weekend. I'll see y'all sometime soon, in the next day or two, whatever, and I'll come back with some more videos. So y'all have a good weekend. Stay safe, and we champions. Antoine Winfield.